Today we're going to begin standing at the top of the mat. So come to the front of your mat and take your feet just slightly apart. Take a moment to ground yourself by bringing your awareness into your feet. So feel your heels, your big toe mounds and your little toe mounds, and see if you can sense balance in between these 3 points. Don't try to fix it. Allow balance to be a state that you're moving in and out of. Let yourself balance forward and back so that you're stacked right over top of your ankles. Release any tension that you don't need to hold to be in this position, in your neck and in your shoulders. Close your eyes. Bring the palms together. Take a slow breath in. Fill your lungs from the bottom all the way up to the top. And as you exhale, send all the air out. Open your eyes. Release your arms at your side. As you inhale, raise your arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, twist to your right and spread your arms. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, twist to your left, spread your arms. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist to your right, spread your arms. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, back up. Now with your right hand, take a hold of your left wrist. And as you exhale, side bend to your right. So you're going to crunch through your right side. Keep your hips balanced over your ankles as best you can. Get the movement through your thoracic spine. Press down into your left heel. And visualize your side ribs opening up like gills on a fish. Come back up. Take a hold of the other wrist. Aim your rib pipe down towards the ground and then side bend over. Anchor your back heel. Press to your right foot. Feel your breath helping to open up where it gets tight in your armpit, chest, in the intercostals, the muscles in between the ribs. Then come back up, raise both arms, and fold forward. Inhale, come into a flat back. Step your legs back into downward facing dog, one leg at a time. As you hold in down dog, open up your hands, press down into your hands, press into your knuckles. Now bend your knees. And with your knees bent, feel your spine elongate, decompress. Feel your rib cage hold in so that your back ribs can open. Turn your triceps down towards the ground, open up the backs of the shoulders, and then gradually start to straighten your legs as best you can. Don't force the legs straight. Now set your knees down and with your toes curled under, stretch your hips back towards your heels, but stay rooted in your hands like you're trying to get longer. You're reaching through the side ribs forward as you reach the sit bones back. That's perfect. Now keep your toes curled under, walk your hands back towards your knees. Upright yourself. Now if this gets too gnarly on your feet or your knees, you can stand up on your knees. Interlock your fingers, turn your palms inside out, raise your arms up. Now, as the arms go up, our body will want to compensate by giving up in the core. So as you exhale, I want you to draw these front ribs in and down towards your hips. And then as you inhale, bring your breath into these back ribs, open up the back ribs, and open up across your collarbones. Bring your arms back down in front of you. Change the interlock, take the other index finger on top, turn your palms inside out and reach up. On your exhalation, draw the front of the rib cage down. That's perfect, nice job. As you breathe in, open up with your back ribs with your breath and open up across your collarbones. Even if you can't stretch the arms as high, that's okay. Bring your arms back down. Walk your hands back out. Now in this position, on hands and knees, I want you to open up the back ribs and lift the front ribs a little more than you think that you have to. That's perfect. Find neutral with the head, and then one leg at a time, step back into plank position. See if you can keep this new rib cage, upper back positioning. And as you press through your feet, turn on your legs. Pretend like you're holding a block in between your thighs. Squeeze in. Now see if you can keep this new integrity of the core through the rib cage positioning as you stretch back into downward facing dog. And as you exhale, shift into plank, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Try to maintain that rib action, core action. Inhale, stretch back into downward facing dog. Exhale, plank, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, dog. Exhale, plank, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, dog. Exhale, plank, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, dog. Hold here as you exhale. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale into chair pose. Sit your hips back like you're sitting into a little chair. Arms up. Bring your hands to prayer and twist. Take your left elbow to your right knee. Now you don't have to have your feet together, but I want you to see if you can keep the distance between your feet and your knees the same, so the knees aren't caved in at all. Open up those knees a little bit more. There you go. See if you can hold that. Now shift weight over into your right foot as you look down at the ground. Lengthen through the midline, your crown right in between your knees, your tail straight back. And as you shift into your right foot, now step your left leg back into the lunge. Good, now you're doing a nice job of keeping your rib cage aimed to your pelvis, but at the same time, decompress to the core of your spine where you're holding tension. To help with that, press right down into your right inner foot, because the tendency will be to roll to the right outer foot, and then squeeze the muscles of the right glute max. Grip it back towards your back heel. Place your hands down onto the mat. Now stretch your right leg towards straight. So you might want to step the back foot an inch or two closer to help with that. And as you inhale, come into a flat back. As you exhale, fold deeper over your leg. Step back into downward facing dog. Now that same exercise we did, knee to elbow, we're gonna do the same thing except we're gonna twist. Try to maintain opening through the collarbones even as you're twisting. Inhales for nothing in down dog, hold there in the inhalation. As you exhale, plank, right knee to left elbow. Shift to plank, bring your right knee up to your left elbow. Inhale, down dog, stretch back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, down dog, stretch back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, stretch back and hold. Look in between your hands. Step, walk, or float up to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose. Sit back into your chair as you raise your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist to your left. Hook your right elbow to your left knee. Now look down at your knees and see if you can draw that right knee back into alignment with the left. Nice. Aim your sit bones straight back behind you. Let's see if you can drop the hips a little bit deeper, maybe an inch deeper, but then lift your heart. Now look down at your feet and see that you're aimed right straight through the midline. Your head is in between your feet. Shift over into your left heel. Step your right leg back into the lunge. Press that left heel. Now on the left side, it's usually the glute med that doesn't work as well. So feel your left outer hip hug into the midline. And as you push left heel, left outer hip, grow a long line of energy from your back ankle all the way through your spine. Keep that back leg nice and strong, and then see if you can let your left thigh drop, maybe just 1 inch deeper. Place your hands down onto the mat. Step the back foot an inch or two closer and straighten your left leg as best you can. With the left foot forward still. Inhale into the flat back as you hold here. Exhale, fold deeper. Then release that, step back into downward dog, or you could add a vinyasa, hold in the down dog, or take a vinyasa, up to you. Inhale into plank pose. Come into plank on your forearm, set one elbow down and then the other. Now take your feet outer hips distance apart. Swivel your heels over to the left so that both feet get a spot on the mat, and take your right arm up. Side plank on your left arm. Now you can angle this left forearm in as much as you need to protect the shoulder. Press the forearm down, hug your ribs up, grow long through the midline. Slowly come down, bring your right elbow down, change sides. Think of the transition as part of the practice too, so you're moving mindfully through the pose. Now let your focus on your breath and the sensation in your body help to keep you focused, help to keep you present inward. Slowly bring your left elbow down, hold here. Now we have 5 more breaths to go. If you're feeling like it's challenging enough, just work on holding your ribs in. If you need to set your knees down, that's fine. If you want to make it more challenging, holding your belly and your ribs in, lift your right leg up just an inch, hover it. Keep the awareness in your middle like we practiced and in the back ribs. Then change legs. You're doing a good job of keeping your rib cage aiming to your hips, the breath moving in your back ribs. Lower your leg down. Set your knees down, everybody, and then come back to child's pose with the knees together, feet together. Take the arms back at your side. So instead of the extended one with the arms forward, we're just going to bring the arms back and let the whole back body open up, the back of the neck, the lower back, the back ribs. And as you feel the back body open up and release, feel your shoulders melt down, release the tension in your traps. Now upright yourself in this kneeling position. So sit back on your heels. And then with your feet in a Virasana position if possible, so that the feet go out just slightly, you're gonna walk the hands back behind you, a foot behind you, and open up your chest. Now if this is too gnarly on your knees, you can take a block underneath your buttock. You'll be the block person, so you can see what it looks like for the gnarly knees. And you can just work on sitting upright. Otherwise, if you can walk your hands back and do a back bend, that's fine too. So from this position, you're stretching the knees down, opening up the quadriceps, the buttock moves towards the backs of the knees, the chest starts to open. You're opening your chest without pushing from your diaphragm. If you want to intensify the stretch, engage your glutes and hamstrings and lift your hips up higher. Otherwise, just keep the hips down. Nice. And keep the neck long. You guys are all doing a great job of elongating through the neck, working the whole spine. Lower yourself back down. Walk your hands back. Now, if it's becoming too much on the knees, sit cross-legged or use the block like Anna's doing. Twist to your right. It's kind of a reach without a block underneath there. Twist to your left. Come back to center. Sit in Dandasana. Sit with your legs stretched straight out in front of you. Plant your hands next to your hips. And as you stretch your legs, decompress your spine. Reach down through your sit bones. Feel the bones behind your ears, like those are lifting up over your sit bones. Then raise your arms up without sinking back. Bring your arms back down, stay up straight, then cross your legs in front of you and fold forward. One of my favorite ways to practice this pose is with the forehead underneath the block so that you can release the tension in the back of the neck. So especially this area right here is an important area right at the occipital ridge because it sends the signal to our body to start to calm down. It's right where the vagus nerve comes down, the 10th cranial nerve, from the brain through the neck. So when we can create space here and soften this area and let the skin smooth and soften, it's going to send the signal through your whole body to move out of fight or flight, the sympathetic nervous system response, and into the parasympathetic, the rest, digest, the calm down. And so when you feel that, your whole body can start to relax. So sense the skin at the base of the skull smoothing and softening. Come back up. Change the cross of your legs and fold forward. Surrender the back of the skull. Breathe space into your back ribs. Feel your back ribs widen like the hood of a cobra. Come back up. Lie down on your back for Savasana. Turn your palms up at your side and let your feet fall open. Now in Savasana today, we're going to practice pranayama technique to help to take us even deeper into the parasympathetic. Keeping your body calm and relaxed, breathe in through your nose. Pause at the top, and then let the air out, but see if you can make the exhalation longer than the inhalation. Breathe in for 4 counts. Breathe out for 6. In for 4. Out for 6. In for 4. Out for 6. Then let go of the breath control and just relax. Gently bend your knees. Roll over to your side. And press yourself up to seated. Super mellowed out now after that breath practice. Bring your palms together. Thank you. Namaste. All right, well, thank you for all the good energy that you brought today. Thanks for joining us. If you dug today's video, let me know below. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Let me know if you like this format. And also, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to put the link below to Michelle's studio where we're practicing today, Luna del Sol in Baja. This is the jam to practice here. So if you ever find yourself down in Baja, you got to check out Michelle's studio. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Have a good day.